Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Today we're going to talk about what love is to a narcissist. Did they ever really love you? Can they feel love? What is love like for that narcissistic person? Um, it seems like they're able to love during that love bombing stage. You guys spent time together. They were very giving, seemed to be understanding, communicative, and all of a sudden they just discard. So, love to a narcissist is kind of like a drug, to where they don't love the actual pill, but they love how they feel because they took that. So, they are takers and they enjoyed what they got from you, whether it was the reciprocity of adoration, social status, but they're during their love bombing stage on a mission because they want the feeling of what that drug you provided. It has nothing to do with you. It's just what they felt. And they will go to great lengths. That's part of the reason that they are pathological liars. They just want the feeling of what that drug gave them. They don't care if they have to steal, they don't care metaphorically, if they have to steal or push people under the bus. They go to great lengths. And I've been mind blown about to what great extent they do that. Do they understand that they're hurting you? They understand that they shouldn't do certain things, but they don't care. So they just care about that feeling that they get. So they're empty inside. They need a constant source of fuel. That's why often they cannot be alone. They are the life of the party. They need the attention. They need to be seen. It's not just that they have people around them. So, love for a narcissist is the love for how they feel inside. Has nothing to do with the person. Often they'll leave somebody if they get sick or are just too much of a hassle or too demanding. Life brings us challenges. There's times that, we're the giver, and there's times that we need something in return, whether it's help due to an injury or illness. And they just don't want to be bothered because it interrupts their fuel supply. Some of them might feel good helping you, but for the most part, it's more about them. They don't want to take the time. So when a narcissist gets low on fuel, they often go somewhere else. They're known to be cheaters. Sometimes, looking back on the relationship, you're probably like, well, he or she was faithful and they might have been faithful for a while, but it's almost guaranteed that they did cheat. You might not have known about it, um, or you supplied enough fuel for that time. That's hard to maintain, especially when the devalue state happens. They'll love bomb for a while until they think that they have you. Then they're going to revert back to who they are inside. An empty person who is lonely, hurting. And my experiences with narcissists is they straight up tell you, like, and this is after almost 2 decades of a relationship. So if it's been shorter than that, they might not share it with you, but over time, they will reveal their true selves. They gaslight, and they do that because they need to feel control, because they love the feeling of control. They don't like being powerless. So the love that they feel isn't the love that empaths or average people feel. It's not missing someone, it's not longing for someone or enjoying someone. It's what they felt. So to understand how they love themselves. And they want everybody else to love them. So, in a sense, when I say they love themselves, they love to take care of themselves, but they have an inner hurt about themselves, insecurities. And those insecurities will have the narcissist overcompensate to where they're appearing to be extra confident, which is very attractive. So we're attracted to this confidence, which is all fake. We're attracted to their outgoing personality, but that outgoing personality is to fulfill their needs. It's not a true personality trait in them, it's a compensation. So, love to a narcissist is just the love for how they feel after whatever drug it is, whether it's you or a promotion. They always have to be the best, seen as the best in everybody's eyes. They are really good at silent treatments. I've never really experienced silent treatments to such extreme over nothing. And they will carry it out as long as they're getting a fuel from it. So the more you try, the less likely they're going to reach out to you. So when you go silent, where you're not reaching out to them as much, a lot of times that's when you'll get the Hoover, because they want to make sure that everybody adores them. So if they're with a new supply, the new supply might be giving them the fuel that they need, and they'll kind of back off, but there will be times that that new supply ends up doing just a small little thing wrong, whether they had to go take care of their mom for a weekend, and all of a sudden that narcissist is alone. So do they love the new supply? No, they're going to find somebody in the harem garage. They probably have 1 to sometimes 20 or so waiting in that harem garage. And so they'll just, instead of feeling the loneliness or not getting any supply that weekend because their new supply is out of town, they need a constant source of fuel. So they'll reach out to you if you're the easiest link, or they'll reach out to somebody else. Depends on who is the most accommodating, who will fuel them the most. Because there's times you've been around people where you can have 3 best friends. One of them you have more fun with. So he's going to reach out to whoever's going to be the most fun, whoever is going to answer the phone and invite him over. And it can be a girl, guy. So love to a narcissist is a challenging thing. If you are caught up in it at this time, it will start to really eat at your soul. And it can be devastating. No matter how hard you try, they'll twist your words around, they'll blame you for things, they don't take accountability. They hate taking accountability. They believe their lies sometimes. It's almost like they black out to where they have to fill in, like, did that really happen? And make sense that something happened in a certain way. So they'll kind of believe their lies when they don't even really know what they're saying, because they say so many lies. They lose track of it. And you'll be able to catch them in some lies. And when you try to confront them, sometimes that's when you get the silent treatment. And you're just trying to have a conversation. And they do not like any confrontation. Don't disrupt their mission. Their mission is just everything is on cloud 9. Everything's perfect. Everybody adores me. And love is very superficial to them. They love what they get from people. They don't love people. It's like a reverse. So be really cautious if you are. It is so unhealthy to be in a narcissistic relationship, but I get it. I get it. I had 2 of them, and it's the most intense love feeling until they start to devalue you. And it's a slow process. Sometimes we get blindsided. We don't see what's happening, and it throws us off balance. So the supply isn't as, the vibrations or whatever aren't as high, because they're knocking us down slowly. And so they're like, well, you're not in the right vibrations. There's issues we have to deal with. So I'm done with you. And the discard can happen in an instant. So please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this, what you've experienced. Let's help each other and heal together. Have a great day. See you soon.